Hello and welcome to Link Up London's Top Tip video series on Adapt, Survive, and Thrive, where we're looking at how organizations are dealing in the age of COVID. We're here today with Susan Cummings, who is going to spend some time speaking with us about how organizations can take advantage of the opportunities that currently exist and how they can handle some of the threats that they are facing. Susan, thank you so much for joining us. We're really delighted to have you.
Thanks, Kim, for having me. It's really great to be here. I think Kim asked me to speak about Adapt, Survive, and Thrive because I have 20 plus years of experience working in financial services, developing bespoke solutions to challenges. And I've also recently spent some time working with one of the Link Up charities on some strategic thinking about how to set up a new venture. I'm really excited to talk with you today about how to tackle this new challenge of emerging from lockdown. As the government loosens restrictions, I think it's a time to pause and look at how we've been through a truly unique experience. This global pandemic has affected everyone around the world, and yet the experience has been unique to each individual in terms of their economic, social, health circumstances. It's something we need to bear in mind with each person we come into contact with, that their experience of coronavirus has not been ours. And the future is uncertain. We're not returning to normal. We're looking at a very different future, and we have no idea when and how it's going to change. When is there going to be a vaccine? When are we going to have herd immunity? So it raises the question, how do we respond? What next? I've come up with 4 themes for you. We need to be agile, adventuresome, adaptable, and most importantly, authentic. What do those mean for the next few weeks and months? Agile means precisely because we have an uncertain future, what can you do quickly? How can you adapt to the immediate needs? Think about devising short-term plans, short-term goals. Instead of that long-term strategy over 4 years, maybe think in terms of 2 weeks or a month. You want to have agile leadership for your team. Avoid bureaucracy, any of those cumbersome approval processes. And that's particularly important right now because as we emerge from the total lockdown, there are opportunities for the charity sector in funding. Well, how can you take advantage of those quickly? So that's agility. Second is adventuresome. Be as adventurous as you can be. Think about stepping outside of your comfort zone. We've got a new environment, an uncertain future. How can you adapt to that? Things like, can you blend the new use of technology we've taken from coronavirus with your in-person support that maybe you've been traditionally providing? Think about what are the needs of your community. Some people may be petrified to go out because of that invisible virus. Others may have new medical crises that didn't exist before the pandemic. So how can you look at tapping into and helping with those? And how can you adapt the support you offer to the needs of your community? But think in an adventurous way. My third theme is adaptable. You're going to need to adapt to this new situation. There are new opportunities. Greater online presence is the most salient of those. There are going to be new needs in your community, resulting from deferred preventative care, social isolation, economic hardship. You may have new resources available to you, new funding opportunities, and new volunteers who have been made redundant and want to get involved or have just rethought how they're spending their time. And you're going to have new ways to connect. You've got a greater geographic reach. If you were providing services exclusively in person, you could only reach those that live nearby. If you're going online, you can reach anywhere around the globe if you want to. But human contact is still going to be essential. We're humans and we have that basic need for contact. So how can you adapt to providing online and human contact and support the needs of your community? My fourth theme is authenticity. Be authentic. Remember why your organization was set up in the first place. Who were you set up to help? What are the core values or the mission statement of your organization? Focus on those and remember, as you're thinking about being agile and adventuresome and adaptable, does that align with your real skills? And play to your strengths. That's the best way that you can help your community. So to summarize, my top tips for you going forward are: put together a plan, assess your community, what are their needs? Assess your skills, what are your real strengths? What do you have to offer? Then assess the resources you have and maybe you need. Maybe you need some extra support with IT or marketing in this new virtual world. And then come up with an action plan. Think about the time frame though. An action plan for the next 2 weeks or the next month. And when you've met that one, then do the next 2 weeks or month. And most importantly, remember the 4 A's. Stay agile, stay adventuresome, stay adaptable, and be authentic. Good luck building a new future and helping your community. Thank you very much for your time.